The Michigan Soybean Promotion Committee is proud to offer this soybean seed treatment video featuring Dr. Marty Chilvers of Michigan State University.
We're here today to talk about seed treatments on soybean and what we should be thinking about in terms of making some of those decisions. In terms of planting date, that has a strong effect on the profitability of the seed treatment. Early planted soybeans tend to benefit a lot more from that seed treatment package than late planted soybeans. In terms of the type of package, certainly a fungicide-only package is a lot cheaper than a full package or a fungicide and insecticide package. However, we have seen in early planted beans that insecticide package does provide a benefit. We don't fully understand why we see that benefit yet, and that's something we're doing more work to investigate. So in terms of locations where we might see a benefit from seed treatment, certainly under no-till situations and situations where we're using a cover crop as well, they may see more of a benefit from that seed treatment because either one, we've got cooler soil temperatures, potentially more pathogen load in that soil, and possibly even some insect pressure depending on the green or the cover. Also, with respect to disease, certainly we see that soybean sudden death syndrome. In locations where we have that, we want to be using something like the Allevo soybean seed treatment to help reduce the impact of that disease and protect yield. And in terms of making that decision with Allevo, we tend to see on average about a 2 bushel bump just across all locations. But if we use Allevo on those locations with a history of soybean sudden death syndrome, we pick up about a 4 to 5 bushel yield protection. Other things to consider, obviously if you're using a seed treatment, that increases the unit price of the soybean, but it also does reduce the number of seed that you need to put out there. We're doing work through Michigan Soy sponsored projects to try and examine this and try and make predictors about where and when a seed treatment would be most beneficial and profitable. And in terms of assessing seed treatment performance, there's a couple of simple things that we can do. First, know how many seed we're putting down, and then go back out and do a stand count to assess your actual emergence rate. In terms of soybean seedling diseases, there's kind of two forms. There's one where the seed will rot in the ground and you'll never see that seed emerge, a pre-emergence damping off. And then there's a post-emergence damping off where that seedling will come up, then it will damp off after it's emerged. And sometimes they can be actually hard to find depending on when you go out into the field because those dead seedlings will wither down to nothing very quickly. So doing a stand count is a great idea to assess stand, to know where you're at, and to gain some insight as to your seed treatment. And so when using a seed treatment for soybean sudden death syndrome, we've seen really good performance out of that Allevo seed treatment. Early in the season, we do see a little bit of haloing effect on the cotyledons of those plants, and potentially even a little bit of delay in staging, but those plants catch up. And then obviously in locations with SDS pressure, they out-yield those non-treated soybeans. And in terms of assessing management practices such as seed treatments, I think using yield monitors is really important. It's a great tool that most growers have now, and I think we really should be trying to maximize use of those. Particularly if we have a split field where we have treatment and no treatment, use that yield monitor, right, to assess the impact and the profitability of those management decisions.
Be sure to hit the subscribe button to see more soybean production videos, and check out the links in the description box below for more information.